Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Kick and Bass TV. Today, got two brand new baits to get you guys geared up for spring. The first, new Kick and Craw 2.0. The other is a worm that I designed for my buddy Daniel Alleman up at Hookem Bait and Tackle in Northern Colorado. And today, I'm gonna show you how we design the baits, how we make them, and how you guys can get your hands on them. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. Let's go. All right, guys, we just hit the 2-year mark at Kick and Bass Custom Baits. Our number one seller has been the Kick and Craw because it's a super versatile bait that you can throw year round. You can rig it on a Texas rig, Ned rig. You can throw it weightless in the summer or throw it as a jig trailer. But either way, it's an absolute fish catching machine. And although you can use it to successfully slow things down in the cold water season and bottom fish, 90% of the time we tend to fish it on the move because it was designed with a symmetrical body cavity to give it buoyancy in the water. The claws themselves were made to kick very aggressively when fished on the move, and it has been one of our top 3 producers regardless of the time of year. Not only for us, but as you can see for many of our customers as well. So for the Kick and Craw 2.0 or the Punch and Craw, kept that same body design, but switched from the swim action claw to a more 3D realistic crawfish claw that had a little more muscle to punch through those thicker vegetative areas. Once we had the design details in order, got a hold of a local machinist who started off by cutting us some 6061 aluminum plates, rendered our design using their software and CNC routing machines to cut us some very high quality multi-cavity molds that not only last a lot longer than the cheaper silicone molds, but also produce more consistent, more high quality detailed baits. Needless to say, I was very impressed with the end result. The level of precision is next to none, which is why I prefer CNC over cast molds or cheaper silicone molds. Could not wait to shoot the first batch of craws. So what I did was mixed up some plastic. On the right, we've got some dirty green pumpkin with a touch of blue highlight powder pigment to give it just a little bit of iridescence. And on the left, some dead on orange, doled out with a little bit of yellow, both with a level of transparency so that they can kind of play off of one another, sort of create that Alabama craw color. And I think we absolutely nailed it. But speaking to the detail of the bait, very impressed with the level of detail that they were able to achieve, getting me that same symmetrical body design, but now with 2 different style of claws. We've got the perfect 1-2 combo to get you through the entire season. When you're getting bit on the move, that's where the original Kick and Craw shines. When things are shutting down, cold water season, or even when you're bed fishing in the spawn, that's where the new Punch and Craw is really gonna be great because you can set it up like we have text exposed here with a bullet weight, or what I would recommend, exposed hook, Ned rig setup, or even on a shaky head, and throwing it on beds, throwing it around rocky ledges, drop-offs, areas with thicker vegetation that you can't punch through with the lighter weight plastics. And like I said, that screw lock bait keeper saves you time, saves you money. You spend more time catching fish, less time messing with your baits. Once you've got it on bottom, take that natural defensive posture that a craw does, and when those claws start moving in the water column, that is one of the number 1 things known to entice a strike in even the most lethargic bass. Our other new bait is a worm that I designed for my buddy Daniel Alleman up at Hookem Bait and Tackle. Daniel is a youth coach and mentor in Northern Colorado and the host of the Hookem Bait and Tackle Power Hour every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. on 1310 KFKA. And he reached out to me interested in creating an artificial night crawler that he could utilize for some of his favorite style of fishing, which was to catch walleye off of a double Carolina rig with a floating worm suspended right off the bottom. And as we all know, bass and just about every other species of fish under the sun love a tasty night crawler. And as you can see from some of this footage here, just tossing them in, they absolutely smash them. Not only were bass coming up and eating these here, but you see in this final clip, Catfish attempted to catch this last one, just kind of got beat to the punch by this young aggressive bass, which is very common, but nonetheless, something that's very effective for multi-species fishing. So I reached out to the machinist who did our new craw mold for us a couple months back. Originally planned to do a 10 cavity larger production size mold, but after some trial and error, found that we weren't getting consistent enough laminate runs through the larger runner and sprue. So we decided to go with 2 5 cavity molds so that they would run more consistently. I was very impressed with the final result. Not only a great night crawler imitation, but we nailed it on the color, slight iridescence, transparency. We're packaging them as artificial worms and dirt. Great way to recycle some of our excess plastics, and the best part is you can utilize those artificial dirt pieces for pan fishing and other species. And because we use a floating plastisol, we're able to achieve that suspended worm that Daniel was looking for his walleye rig. As you can see here, floating on the surface of the lake from above. It's great for summertime bass, topwater action, or floating above grass lines. Also, just throw it on a traditional worm hook or a shaky head. Toss it off those ledges and drop off points, or just dart it through the column. It really does lend itself to multiple different applications of fishing. For that reason, it's going to be one of those baits like the kick and craw that you can throw pretty much year round. So head over to Hookem Bait and Tackle, grab yourself a pack of the new Everlasting Night Crawlers. You can also get your hands on the new Punching Craw, available today. Click the link in the description down below. That'll take you to our Facebook or Instagram page. You can also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you need. We'll get you taken care of, get you geared up, catch some early springtime bass. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our videos and our giveaways. Until next time, I'm D with Kickin' Bass TV.
Subscribe.